From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, land, and sea. First to fight for freedom and to keep our honor clean, we are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. One of my most favorite hymns as the beginning of the introduction of the United States Marine Corps hymn right off the bat. Now, why are we talking about this and how do we relate this to Airsoft? Well, surprisingly enough, today's day is the United States Marine Corps' birthday. Defending the country for 249 years that started off in November 10th, 1775, that all joined up together in a bar called Tun's Tavern to make what is known as America's fighting force. The most professional killers that we could think of in hand. Well, how do we relate this to Airsoft? Well, surprisingly enough, why do we do a top 10 video on the most recognized weapons that I've seen in the United States Marine Corps? Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another episode on Airsoft Master. And today we're going to be talking about is my favorite list on the top 10 United States Marine Corps weapons that has been used all the way throughout to defend this country and the United States Constitution. Also, like I said before, and starting off the video, again, happy birthday Marines and Semper Fidelis. Now, starting off with number 10 is something that I don't have on me right now, but we did see some of the room clearing shotguns and is used as a very good breaching tool and riot control. I'm talking about is the Benelli M1014, at the same time also the M870. It's known as a breaching tool because of the fact that shotguns are known to help basically become known as the master key, a breaching tool that is used to knock down doors and for us to help start room clearing. Now, other than that, we do see many variations like a short style barrel shotgun like we've seen that's used for opening doors like Marsoc would use. And at the same time for riot controls we've seen also is the 870 and the 1014s as a normal long rifle based shotgun. One thing that you have to know is, well, fortunately for the 1014, we don't have a semi-automatic shotgun that is there. I would like to see that. But we do have many variations of the 870 shotgun, such as either APS or even Jag Precision HDS. And if you do want an airsoft shotgun like that, do check us out on that for basically from airsoftmaster.com. Now, coming in at number 9 is something that we rarely see, mainly in the fact that Navy SEALs we did see use those, but did you ever expect the Marine Corps Force Recon to use this? Surprisingly enough, it was there for quite some time and a little bit as a 9mm variant to be more versatile and compact for those visit and board search and seizures, VBSS training. Surprisingly enough, what I'm talking about is this guy here, the MP5. Now, it would be something close enough to the same variant as I do have here with the old school torch flashlight handguard that we do have. And you probably would end up seeing is either running it naked, as we do have is the drum sights with the front sight in the front, and sometimes even a red dot variant in the middle, either a Comp M4. It was so compact and versatile that this did help out when it comes to that compact areas, mainly when you're trying to board on a ship and do a clearing situations for close quarter combat. Again, a very versatile situation, but again, the drawback was using 9mm, so it wasn't as strong, but it did the job in that aspect during the old school days. And I mean, let's be honest, you just can't go wrong with an HK slap. Now, coming in at number 8 is something that we did see in a couple evidence that's out here. Like what we notice is, surprisingly enough, the Mark 17, and also known as the Scar Heavy. Scar Heavy was used by Marine Corps Special Forces, known as Marsoc. This was known for the stopping power of 7.62 and a very special carbine that was able to be collapsible for any adjustments and at the same time able to be transported in and out of vehicles a lot easier. Some people don't like the UGG boot, but it still did its job as its purpose, such I do have. And for Airsoft, many variations out there, mainly the fact that we know that for it is the Tokyo Marine Recoil Shock, as I did a review. If you do looking for something like that, do check out on the link down below for this one for what we know as the special carbine. Now, coming in at number 7 was a replacement for number 8 during the time frame, but was used by different other Marines. I'm going back to Force Recon and also the sniper units. Now, the M110 SAS was a replacement for the Mark 17 because, sad to say, the SCAR was really expensive in replacement parts, but they did need the same amount of power as the 7.62 and also in that designated marksman rifle setup. So, who else to check for is the Knight's Armament, mainly the SR-25. Now, the M110 had multiple variations, like as in the SASS, which I tried making a copy of my own. Here, we're using the G&G old school Top Tech SR-25. Now, again, the variations are out there, such as normally being as a monolithic free flow barrel, and at the same time, the main necessities of a magnified scope, rangefinder, and other necessities. Yet it was still able to do the job and be able to go farther range than a typical carbine, which is around maximum of pinpoint target of 550 yards, or 550 meters, sorry, while 9 times out of 10 we're doing more than that, about 1,000 meters out when it comes to using a DMR. And surprisingly enough, the SR-25 or the M110 had no problem at all. Now for airsoft variants out there, we do see a plethora of there, such as Ares, SEMA, and again, G&G. But if you do want to check out something like that, we do have those in the review that I did last time on the Knight's Armament M110. Now coming into number 6 is this guy here, is the M40A5. This has the proper meaning of one shot, one kill. As the production of this for the United States Marine Corps, there was the M40A3, the M40A1, and well, today's modern version, the M40A5. Though it was replaced by a M-Long variant, the M40A6, the M40A5 was known for its long-range distance shots and also I would say the staple of the recon sniper. Mainly, it is a bolt system that was known for, and at the same time had a multiple variants, such as this one with the Picatinny rail segments for rangefinders and other necessities. If you're looking for an airsoft variant of these, we do have multiple out there, such as the Tokyo Marui, the SEMA, and a cheap variant such as, like I would see, the sport lines of the ASG sniper rifles, as there are many variants out there. And if you're looking for those, do check out the link down below for those if you're looking to do a airsoft sniper build. Now, for coming in at number 5, it's something that we honorably mentioned and know as we go to the boot camp to drill with it, we qualify with it, we clean the rifle, we go through the dirt, clean the rifle again, and hopefully pass for inspection. I'm talking about is the M16A4. The M16A4 was a replacement with the M16A3, where their issues was such as the full auto sear having problems. So what the Marine Corps decided to do to be more effective in the grouping is change it from full auto to burst, as it was a very well mentionable rifle at the point where the point area target is 550 meters. Now for the area target is more like 800 meters. But at the same time, it is a very well known and still used to this day. Though we are replacing with other replacements out there, which we'll talk about down the line, it is still well known. Which in airsoft variants, there are multiple variants, which I used to have as like the G&G Top Tech TR16, which is an M16A4 of that style. Though mine is broken, which I'm working on it, but again, it's an honorable mention out there as well. There's even the SEMA still out there for it as a normal M4. If you are looking for that, we do have multiples on the website on airsoftmaster.com. Now, coming in at number 4, the Mark 18 Mod 1. As this is the variation that came from the Mark 18 Mod 0 that the United States Navy adopted, but the one issue they were looking for was modularity and also a free float system. The Mark 18 Mod 1 was well known for use in mainly MARSOC as something that we needed a close quarter lightweight combat rifle that was able to go through and still be around the 10 inches of the barrel. Same thing can be said about this one, as it's a perfect replica copy of the Mark 18 Mod 1, as the main thing to make it a Mod 1 is the Daniel Defense rail system, as we do see here in the 9.5 inches, with a 10.3 inch outer barrel. Now, there are variations out here, and there is a review that I did last year, like the Tokyo Marui gas blowback variant, with this one. Now, you can also get the AEGs out there, such as like the like either a SEMA versions and also like I've seen with the modernized with the M-Lock. And if you're looking for those, we do have replicas out there. But what makes a difference is the Mark 18 Mod 1 during the day of the productions was the Picatinny rail. And I do have to admit, the Mark 18 was a very good setup, which if you're looking for the longer versions, we'll be talking about as the Block 2, which is down the road. But again, the Mark 18 is a well-known CQB rifle that does have its potential and, to be honest, still used to today's modern day modular rifle. Now, coming in at number 3, today's lethality of the infantry marine. Now, there are multiple variations out there. As of when it's first started, was the M27. As we do have here, the IAR, the Infantry Automatic Rifle. But it gets more lethality, as one thing that we know from the Marine Corps changing is this was well known for, instead of being a suppressive fire like what we've seen on the 249s or the 240s, the M27 was known for being more suppressive by being more accurate. As we do see here is the 16-inch barrel of the M27 what started, and later down the road with an SDO or RCOs that we see here on the Airsoft variant that I have here, where this was well known for the piston-driven system on the real steel firearm. Now, when it comes to today's modern M27s is when they changed it, when they had conversions known as the Ready Weapons Kit or the RWK, where instead of having the long barrel versions, we did see is the shorter variant with changing the upper to be more close quarters. So this is the cool part. A kosher system is a 11-inch barrel upper on an M27 lower. Kind of leads to a look of the 416 variant. Again, close quarter combat, able to help out with the VBSS situations, as instead of the replacement of the Mark 18 Mod 1 or the Mark 18 Mod 0, is changing the M27 to the short barrel version. A couple guys that we've seen using that is, again, Force Recon. And again, for the basic standard infantry marines, is the M27 IAR. Now, there are also variants that we do see is the variable scopes on here, and also known with the Mark 8 actual Knight's Armament Suppressor, where it would make it into a Mark 38. Now, there are variants out there, and for Airsoft, there is multiple variants as well. Now, a legitimate situation that we'll see is the VFC's M27 AEGs, and for the short barrels is the HK416. Now, I did do reviews on that for the gas blowback variant, like I've seen on the SWAT videos, but also if you're looking for something like that, we do have that as well on our website. Now, let's get on to our number 2, which I don't have, but I've done a review, and I'm talking about is the 240 Bravo. Everybody knows the 240 Bravo, and there are so many ditties out there when it comes to shooting full auto, as this is an open bolt system for the LMG that shoots 7.62. One of them we'll go with is the easy ditty known as Run Fuzzy Bunny Run. It's crazy, but it works. But either way, the 240 Bravo was known for a suppressive unit that was able to do long distance range. There's many variations like we've seen on the 240 Bravo as the normal infantry one, or the 240 Bravo Charlie, which is a vehicle mounted system on there like we've seen on the LARs. Either way, it is a well-known system that is out there, and for the Airsoft variants, I do have as a review down the link down below if you're looking for something like that. Now, coming in at number 1, the one thing that we expected to see and very familiar to Airsofters when you begin starting off in general with playing Airsoft. It was known for being in the video games that we know all the way throughout, from Call of Duty all the way to US SOCOM, Navy SEALs, Battlefield. The list just goes down. What I'm talking about came from the family from the XM177, and at the same time, the M16 is this guy here is the M4. Instead of comparison to the M16, instead of being a long 18-inch barrel, we end up shortening it down to the 14.5. With modularities all the way through from foregrips to grenade launchers, as you do see here, with a Picatinny rail mount on them. Again, just like the M16A4, we end up with the Picatinny rail mounts to put any other optics that we've seen, such as the RCO, an EOTech, you name it, it's been done. This was the starting also with the program for the soft mod program, as we've seen here, where modularity was important, as it leads to down the road the Block 2, the Block 3 programs. The Block 2 was what we know and seeing is the 12-inch rail system of Daniel Defense, the longer brother of the Mark 18 Mod 1. Again, modularity was finest. At the same time, we ended up with something more lightweight. Now, as we've seen as an iconic rifle, we also have to admit this is what I've seen in today's aspect of a modernized Marine with its warfighting skills and with all the weapons that we've seen out here is what was able to protect the United States for 249 years and more to come. But what do you guys think about this list for the top 10? Is there something I am missing other than the 1911? Yes, I do get that, as I've seen that on my 4th of July top 10 list. But other than that, is there anything else? Just drop a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. But for this episode, my name is Mike. I'll see you guys till next time. And for my Marines out there, happy birthday, Marines. Semper Fi. And also for my veterans, while you're watching this video, again, happy Veterans Day and thank you for your service. Mike G, out.
This video is brought to you by Airsoft Master.